Yeah, all of them are like that. And I already clicked on my last one to see if it's burning, and it is just on the other side. I don't know if it is. I just clicked on
All right, good evening, everybody. Go ahead and call this meeting to order. It's our vision to be the model school district where every learner is valued and empowered to become a successful contributing member of society. It's our mission to foster a culture of ownership and accountability through partnerships that create multiple pathways for success. Mr. Moore, would you please call the roll?
Okay, Colonel Estelle, Daniel Gray,
Here.
Ava Coleman, Jim Moore present, Ron McDaniel,
Present.
Dina Tony,
Here.
Lauren Martin,
Here.
Laura Walker.
Here.
All present, sir.
Thank you. All right, stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you very much. First item on our agenda, I've got special presentations. Dr. Ola, I'll turn it over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Gray. Good evening, everyone. We'll start our presentations off with Dr. Walker. And I believe Dr. Picard may join her.
Well, good evening. There are two presentations. We have the Titan Learning Academy, and then we will have a presentation by Dr. Picard on our latest data based upon our assessment that was taken in the fall. We'll share a little bit more when she comes up. So, Ms. Turner, if you would please come up and share your data on Titan Learning Academy. How are you guys?
Hello.
Well,
Yep, it's on. Okay, so I wanted to, is it 4? I don't know where you are. I got it. I'm good. I got it. Okay, so Titan Academy, you guys know, is our high school or secondary alternative learning school. I wanted to present our data for you guys. Our first 9 weeks behavior goal progress. We've had 8 students that exit our program already. And if you look at the red is our students that are beginning in that behavior program. And so you've got the red, which is a large amount, and then you have green. Okay, then you have green and silver. So we've got the majority of our scholars in red, but that's because it's the beginning of the school year. But we've got so many, so the color chart is red, green, silver, and gold. When the students are in silver, we start to discuss their transition. So as you can see, we've got quite a few students that's in silver. We've got a lot of students that's in gold, and we are starting their transition. So we've got 4 students starting transitions at the high school, along with those 8 exits. And then we also have 2 students that's starting transitions at the middle school. And then our teachers, they're teaching grade level standards and essential standards. They are also following through with holding our scholars accountable for their learning. We are also working with students to identify their areas of growth and behavior. Teachers are teaching SEL curriculum. The concerns that we have currently is we've got scholars that's coming off of expulsion, and when they're coming off of expulsion, they are on board issue probation, which only gives them one chance to make a mistake. And as we know, you know, kids make mistakes, right? And so giving them that one opportunity is kind of holding our hands to having to recommend more scholars than we like to recommend. But that's our only concern at this point. We are trying to ensure that we are giving them the opportunity to gain the behavior skills that they need to be successful. But you know, when students are out of school, even though they are online, they don't get that SEL support that they need. And so when they do come to school, we're giving them that one opportunity, which is kind of haphazard for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Partner.
Thank you, attorney.
You got a question?
Questions? You can't get away that easy.
When you talk about the 110, what would you recommend?
Well, for me, I would recommend us giving them the same opportunity that we give every other scholar that comes into alternative learning. So I think if we follow the handbook at that point, if a student's gonna misbehave, if they're not going to do what's expected, they're not going to do what's expected. They will work themselves out of the process and out of school. But I think that we've got to have more of a chance to have that positive impact on them than we currently have. So to answer your question, I think we just need to follow the handbook with them. Any more questions?
How much time do you have right now?
I'm sorry.
How much time do you have for each one?
Oh, so if they're coming off expulsion, they are on board issue probation, which means that they can have 1 level 3, and that's like disorderly conduct. Vaping is one of them, and that's the biggest issue that we're having with vapes. And if they're caught with a vape, then we have to recommend them for expulsion. And at that point, it's in the hearing officer's hands.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Now we have Dr. Picard, and she's going to go over our recent, some of our assessment data that was taken in the spring. And she's going to also kind of make a comparison of the previous assessment we had, which was our ACT Aspire. She'll share some parent resources and along with some indicators and next steps once you see our data for our district.
Okay, so last spring, our scholars in 3rd to 10th grade took the new Arkansas summative. So this summative is called Atlas. You'll hear it talked about a lot. It's the Arkansas Teaching, Learning, and Assessment System. And it replaced what we used to take called ACT Aspire. I'm not going to read, these slides are a little busy. I stole some from our State Department, but I'm going to give you the highlights of them. So basically, ACT Aspire measured how ready our scholars were for success on the ACT exams. So the Atlas does something different, and it measures how ready our scholars are for the standards that they're currently in the grade level that they're currently in. So it's 2 different types of measures. last week, or maybe the week before, because it's all flying by really, really fast, Dr. O shared with our parents a parent portal over social media, and we also sent resources home because this is how our parents are getting the scores for their scholars this year. It's all housed in this parent portal. And I just wanted you to see the resource that Dr. O shared with everyone in the community. So when you hear that term, the parent portal, what it is and what it has in it for them, has many different links to like just question and answers, things like that. So in saying all that, there's 4 level descriptors for the Atlas. It's a different type of scoring than has been in the past. Level 3 and 4 basically means that scholars are predicted to have no problem in the next grade level, that they could go on as is and that they're not having any issues. Level 2, you can see it's the same color green as level 3. That means that they have some grade level knowledge, but they might still need support in areas. It means they're not 100% on their standards. And level 1, the orange, means that you're below level. You're below grade level. It used to be called in need of support. So those are the scholars for us that are in need of support. So here is our Atlas summative ELA data, which means literacy, our reading data. And you can see this year our in need of support was 39%. Kind of to put that in perspective of the past, last year our need of support was 50%. The year before, our need of support was 55%. So every year, we have consistently gone down in our need of support areas. So you hear me talk about this a lot because whenever I presented level 4, 50% is that mark that we've been trying to get under. And so we don't know how that will play out. We're still waiting for new guidance. But we were very pleased with the growth from that we are consistent in our growth every year in lowering the number of scholars in need of support for literacy. We were filling many multi-year gaps, and we also had COVID during all of that to throw into the mix. So our literacy scores have consistently grown. Our next steps for literacy is basically to stay steady. The things that we're doing, we're making slow and steady progress. We've made progress and growth every year. We're going to continue on and stay steady doing that. For math, you'll see it's a very different picture. Our math scores match about where our literacy scores were 3 years ago. And we are following the same process now for math that we did for literacy. We have adoptions. We've adopted all new high quality material in math, K-12, that happened over 2 years worth of grants. And we're in the implementation stages for that as well. And we expect we're going to follow the same process of growing those scores as well. For science, our science scores are under the 50% mark, which was our goal for this year, and we expect them to consistently get better. So we're adding in science. In elementary, science is hard. We know that there's so many minutes in a day and there's lots of different content to cover, so we have added in science into every available moment of the day. We've even added it into GP services in K2. We've got some VR, virtual reality parts that are here, not ready yet, but they're here, that we're going to do some virtual reality science experiments, trying to get hands-on learning for our kids, because that's the Atlas summative tests are 3D based. And so we're doing those types of things to better prepare our scholars. So for us, our district next level, like I said, for literacy, we're staying steady, but we continue doing learning walks. We just did one this morning in pre-K, and that was a fun morning. So we're going to continue doing our learning walks, and we're focusing on the 5 key levers for success, which just means we're making sure that every classroom has rigorous education every day. And the whole district team walks on those learning walks. And then our data, we're going to continue looking at it at the school level, content level, and special program level. I don't have that to share with you now because all those reports aren't yet built in Atlas, but they are being built as we speak. They are being promised to come out this year. And with that, just an update for one of the questions that most people want to know is when will we get new letter grades for our schools? Because we hope that this will change some of those letter grades. Our new letter grades will be out in April of 25 because they are taking time to recalibrate the system with the new test.
And then in October of 2025 is when they'll release the grades starting consistently again in the fall for our schools. There's some talk right now about being a district letter grade, but that has not come out for certain yet, or with the guidelines of it. And as for level 4, the question that's on everybody's minds, we don't know yet. We're waiting, I would say not very patiently, on guidance to see if we are out of level 4. But they are reworking that guidance as well, based off of new scores and new test scores. With all of that, if you have any questions, I will try to answer them.
Thank you, Dr. Picard. Any questions? Appreciate it.
Thank you. Aaron, can we turn Tame off of that so I can share? Board, as we do every November, we have one additional item, well, 2 more additional presentations, but the annual report to the public will be shared at this time. And it will also be shared on our website and social media platform.
The Jacksonville North Pulaski School District stands at the center of our community, fueling its spirit and fostering the hopes and dreams of our youth. With the dedication and passion, our educators and staff bring life to every classroom, library, and playground. More than just a place of learning, JNPSD serves as a gathering place for the community, hosting cultural events and inspiring all who enter. The district's steadfast focus on the success and well-being of its scholars is the driving force behind its success. This annual report to the public highlights the incredible progress being made during the 2023-24 academic school year. Let's take a moment to reflect on these accomplishments. The Jacksonville North Pulaski School District formed powerful partnerships. Jacksonville High School joined forces with the local hospital to establish the Unity Health Academy of Health and Sciences. 9 months later, Baldwin and Shell also decided to invest in our flagship school by forming the Baldwin and Shell Building, Automotive, and Design Academy, sometimes referred to as the BAD Academy. Red Jackets, Big Hearts. Jacksonville Elementary School partnered with City Year. This incredible organization brought teacher support and mentoring to help our scholars soar. And future educators in action, education majors from UA Little Rock teamed up with the district for a teacher residency program where college students gained hands-on classroom experience at Taylor Elementary and Jacksonville Middle School. The Jacksonville North Pulaski School District was excited to team up with the University of Central Arkansas to bring the Gear Up program to Jacksonville Middle School scholars. Through Gear Up Arkansas, our scholars will have a powerful college readiness tool to help chart their academic journey and discover the best path to success after high school. It's all about preparing today's learners for tomorrow's opportunities. We were honored to welcome Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders to Merle, Texas. Path to success after high school. It's all about preparing today's learners for tomorrow's opportunities. We were honored to welcome Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders to Merle, Texas.
I promise I have it set up so that the buffering would. Yeah, I'll download it while we go to our next presentation. So, board members, we have an exciting opportunity for our staff and scholars at Merle Taylor Elementary School, and we have with us today Dan Andrews with the Generational Resources and Opportunities for Wellbeing, also known as GROW. He's going to present this great opportunity that all of our school scholars, as well as our staff at Merle Taylor, will have moving forward. So we'll turn it over to him, and I'll show you I'll pull up his slide. So, Mr. Andrews.
Thank you. Pleasure to be with you today. Appreciate your time. As Dr. Owen just mentioned, GROW stands for Generational Resources and Opportunities for Wellbeing. And this is an exciting new program that I'm very pleased to get to be a part of and share with you today. What it does is it helps build a savings program for young scholars to allow them to build not only a brighter educational future, but just a brighter future in general. It does this with our state's 529 program. This is the college savings plan. And you add to that financial incentives so that students can add toward their financial goals through their classroom achievements. I'm most excited to say that we're focused on supporting the entire school and growing the community together, where each of these students can build a shared dream and vision for their community. So the details of the program we have here on the board, you have that in your packet as well. I'll just go through the highlights. First of all, each student in the school will receive an initial grant into their 529 account, $600. That's for each student K through 5 in the school, as well as the teachers and the principal and assistant principal, so that they can all join this program together. Alongside that, we'll offer additional incentives for students and for teachers related to things such as classroom behavior, attendance, reading, some of those benchmarks that each student will have a chance to achieve and add to their savings goals. Teachers will have similar incentives based on their attendance and based on further education so that they can participate alongside their students in pursuing a brighter future. This initiative is important to me and to my firm because we believe that wealth inequality is a pressing challenge in our community, and we are from Central Arkansas, and we're from this community, and we are better if we can solve this problem. We chose to launch it here in Jacksonville because this is home for us. This is Central Arkansas. This is where our friends and family live. This is where we work, and we hope that we can see a better future together. To help GROW succeed, Tempest will provide an annual grant to the school to cover the entire cost of this program, including all the grants for the students, as well as the stipend for a school ambassador to help administer the program, and also to cover the curriculum that we provided for the financial education. Alongside this grant, there will be classroom teaching for the students developed by Economics Arkansas that will teach students about basics of money, financial behavior, and basics of how those things can help enable a brighter future. I want to thank Dr. Picard, Mr. Howell, Dr. Oa, Mr. Walker, and Bobby Lester, all for helping me here today and make this possible. And then also the partners at Economics Arkansas, the State Treasurer's Office, 529 Plan Administered, and Arkansas Community Foundation. There's a lot of people that have come together to make this happen. And then, of course, all my partners at Tempest and the investors behind us that have made this possible. There's a lot of people that really want to see great things come out of this, and really hope that you'll join along with us and get excited about what this plan has in store. So I'm happy to answer any questions or Dr. Ola as well.
This is amazing.
It is. It is.
Oh my goodness. How many students do we have at Merle
We
Taylor?
have about 445 right now, so.
And each one of those students is going to get $600 and a 529 to start.
Yes, and my staff, my teachers, and myself, and my teachers, they told me I like driving most of all.
No, I'm kind of choked up right here, right now. So thank you very much. Whatever we can do to help, and it's just a tremendous Put him in this program, yeah. My son's 2 years out of high school. Is he eligible? I'm still funding his 529 every month, so that's out. And will parents be able to contribute more to it? And
Yes, so that's one of the hopes for this program is parents will learn about 529 plans, learn about the power of that, and each of these plans will actually have the opportunity to create a paired account that the parents can contribute to as well.
and this is the first school district. This is the first school y'all are doing this in.
The very first one. So,
Wow. Thank y'all very much. That's great.
Yeah. So board members, to solidify this partnership, we do have a resolution. So after there are not any questions, we'll need to have an action item to approve this partnership with Grow.
Let's go ahead and do that right now. Do I hear a motion? So moved. Motion and a second. What's the, how many slots are left at Merle Taylor? How many students are going to be transferring?
She has a capacity of 460, so about 15 slots left. And she's full with teachers and staff members, so no slots over there either.
All in favor? Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
The only thing I have on it, page 16, like, just the calendar and whatever,
We'll get it.
we want it to not have any errors.
Point taken.
I'm sure it's been.
It's not like that.
And that concludes the presentation. We're still buffering.
All right. We'll move on the agenda. I see Scott Richardson's here with us this evening. Do you have a legal update for us, or?
I can give you a little update.
Sure. That sounds cheaper than a longer one.
We all try to be efficient.
Sorry, lawyer jokes. Yeah.
Well, you get my discount rate. Not a lot to update on. We'll have a settlement to speak about here in a little while. But we did have school tours last Friday in the Little Rock desegregation case. As you know, we have our last bit of the desegregation case to demonstrate compliance on with all motions, unitary status. The interveners responded saying, well, we like paint colors in Lester Elementary better. We like some of the floor covering in Lester Elementary better, and therefore you shouldn't be declared unitary. And I said, well, so we're agreed that Biomedu and Taylor were treated equally, so this is not a race issue, so the case should be over. But we had a good, we offered to tour the judge through the schools, those 3 schools, and he took us up on that offer on Friday. And I felt like it was a good tour. They're great schools, they're beautiful facilities. It's amazing the work that's gone in. And I think the judge enjoyed seeing the fruits of the district's labor over the last, not even 10 years of existence. So I felt like it was a good day for Jacksonville.
Thank you very much. And who accompanied you and Dr. Ola?
It was Dr. Ola and I and Russ Faison from WER Architects. Dr. Stein came with us as well. And the interveners were all supportive of George Springer. Some of the judges' staff came as well. It was a good tour. We will have briefing due in mid-January. I forget the exact dates. I think the 17th maybe. And then the judge will make a decision sometime after that. So I would expect a ruling sometime early spring, late spring, early summer. It's hard to predict, but sometime in that range.
Any other questions for Scott?
Which schools did you visit? Just visit?
Just the 3: Lester Elementary, Taylor Elementary, and
Phi Beta.
Phi Beta.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. That takes us to facilities update. Do we have a facilities update? No. Anybody here? We're good. Okay. Legacy Walk.
Just wanted to update you all. I think Mrs. Tony wanted an update on the benches, and so we wanted to provide those to you in your packet. I'm not sure if you all noticed, but I meant to point this out last board meeting that the type of bench that some of the principals suggested is actually located right outside Pinewood, right outside the door. It's a metal bench, kind of like this one right here. This one, and it has the school name in the background, or we could go to any of these models that's in your packet. But those are durable, not a lot of wear and tear on those, but we're also able to put a plaque on there for the donation, and they're cost effective as well. And we've had them at our schools previously, so just wanted to provide.
Just not blue though, right?
Not blue, it would be the color that probably red.
I don't like
what we
blue.
discussed.
I don't like
Yeah.
blue.
But although ironically, the ones outside Pinewood are blue, but we use red. So, any questions?
So what is the process now?
Yeah, that's what.
If you all tell us the design you would like, what we'll do is put the design out there and then the options for the cost on our website so that if anyone would like to donate a bench, they would know the model, the price that we would approve so we can move forward. So we just need to know which model, which design the board would like for us to move forward with.
So we're just gonna pick out one bench.
One, we want it to be a standard, yeah, one style, and we want it to be a standard style across the district so that there's for consistency's sake.
Okay. And these are much more economical than some of the prices we received on the first one,
Exactly.
or at least that one is.
I think it was one.
Good.
The first one,
Yes,
yeah,
that one.
I think that one is. The cost is decent and. Yeah,
Red and black or
Red and black?
yeah,
not a red bench or a black bench.
Yeah,
Not red and black, but
understood.
Is
either one.
the bench that's here, is it covered?
No, it's
Is
just,
it out of the sun? Are these gonna fade? Is our residents gonna turn into a pigment eventually? It would be beautiful, but it does not match our.
I'll check. But this one right outside Pinewood is underneath the awning, so it's right against the building, so it's not directly in the sun.
Most of those outdoor, I don't know what that material is, but most of those outdoor benches like that are designed to be in the sun and not fade. So that's a good question. I'm gonna defer to Miss Gina and the other lady.
Ditto.
I'm not allowed to make these decisions at home, so. All right, district reports, Dr. Ola.
Mr. Richardson and Dr. Picard shared two of them. I wanted to update you all about the tour, but that's been done. And then also the learning walks that we're doing to help support our schools and administration. We'll continue to do those. We do around beginning of the year, middle of the year, and the end of the year, and share that feedback and support to our administrators as they support our staff. The last two things I would want to share is that currently we're holding steady at about 4,115 students. With pre-K, it's about 4,383 students. And so we're proud that we're holding steady and having enrollment each day, each week, I should say. And so hopefully we'll continue to increase that enrollment number so we can meet the capacity at each school. The last thing, of course, we're sunsetting the ESSER funding that we've received over the past few years. When we had the ESSER funding, we utilized that funding for positions and programs to support the academic, but also the overall safety and just environmental, warm, safe, dry aspects of the school buildings. And so as those funding streams sunset, we have to look at what will be sustainable for the district. And so just wanted to update the board that we're going to start having discussions with our personnel policy committees as well as individuals as we start to move forward to look at what positions, since when we look at our district budget, our salary and benefits make up about a little over 80% of our annual budget. And so in order for us to continue to be financially solvent as well as being able to have funds in the bank account for technology upgrades, building renovations, we have to make sure that we move forward with the necessary positions throughout the district. And so we're going to start looking at, and we've already started looking at positions and programs that haven't had as much impact on the learning environment and operational environment in the school district. And so just wanted to update you on that process. And probably by January, you'll get the final budget proposal moving forward. We're looking at approximately, I probably shouldn't have led into this, but $3 to $4 million in savings to cut from the operational budget so we can plan for a rainy day when we have unexpected expenditures. And so that's the work that the district leaders as well as our school leaders are working on now. That concludes my report.
Very good. TPC reports. I see Ms. Fulmer is here. Good evening.
We just got a little bit of housekeeping. There was an update to the way that the PPC operates at last year, and it was basically like a fill in the blank sort of document that was given to us, and we're just filled in the blank. And so it just states our membership numbers. We like to be at least one member per school, a max of two, so we put that in there. We put in the length of the term of our membership, and we just defined those. And so it's just basically some housekeeping to get that all up to date.
Do we need, are we looking for a motion or approval or just the report?
Just
Well, since it's a policy and they, you would have to
I think we have to
approve it.
Yeah.
You guys are good with it?
Yes, it was
Administration's good
previous
with it?
information.
Yeah.
Nobody's opposed to it?
No.
Do I hear a motion?
Second.
Any discussion, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, next item is the consent agenda. It has the minutes of the October 7th, 2024 meeting, the assistant superintendent's reports, and then also the financial report. Is there anything that needs to be pulled out of that for further discussion? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented in the packet.
Second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passes unanimously. The next item on the agenda is 24-CN006 paper bid.
Yes, we, the Child and Nutrition led by Mr. Walker solicited bids for paper products. And what you have before you is the bid, all of the bids that were submitted, the proposals that were submitted for the RFP, and the winning bid was from Pettis Office Products. And so we're recommending the approval of this bid from Pettis Office Products. And all of the proposals are in your packet.
All right. Any questions for Dr. Oak? Got a recommendation to approve. Do I hear a motion? Second. Motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Next is the chemical bid.
That's same as the paper bid. Child and Nutrition, led by Mr. Walker, solicited a bid solicited proposals for the chemical bid, and the winning bid was auto chlor, and we are recommending approval of that bid. And all of the proposals are also shared with you in your packet as well.
All right. Good recommendation. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Motion and a second. Any other questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passes unanimously. Snacks.
As he does with with all of our child nutrition programs and supports, Mr. Walker worked with Dr. Jones at the Pre-K Center to secure grants and just funding sources to provide additional resources to our Tiny Titans. And so he has completed the grant program, the CAFCT snack program, which is a reimbursement program where we'll receive about 43% blended rate for that cost. So it's going to be a cost saving to our pre-K center. So the recommendation is to approve the participation in this program for Homer Atkins pre-K.
All right. Got a recommendation to approve.
So moved.
Got a motion. Did I hear a second?
Yeah.
What kind of snacks?
They range from goldfish, animal crackers, Scooby snacks, a variety.
All right. Sure is.
And they take a 90-minute nap every day.
All right, any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passes unanimously as well. All right, phone-free school pilot.
And so,
Wilbur Mills Cooperative. Sorry, sir.
oh, you fine. I interrupted you. I apologize. Statewide, there's been a grant process for a grant proposal announcement for schools to participate and consider in phone-free school environment. And of course, our co-op, Liberty Mills Cooperative, is also supporting it. And so Dr. Walker prepared a proposal for you for us to pilot it at the Titan Learning Academy only to see how that actually, how the program would run and the benefits, the pros and cons from implementing the program. She did do a survey. She and the team did do a survey that was provided to you. We had about 874 responses from all campuses. It was sent out from throughout the school district. And so total, we have about 40.2% that people responded that we continue the current practice and policies that we have in place. And then a little over 31% stated that they support limiting scholars' access to their cell phones during instructional time only by storing the phones. And then we had about 28.1% that stated I support limiting scholars' access to their cell phones during the entire school day. So those results are before you. The current policy is also provided, and then the suggested policy that would include the Titan Learning Academy phone-free school is also suggested. So we're recommending the approval of this pilot so that we are able just to see the level of impact a phone-free environment could possibly have.
How long are you going to have?
Dr. Walker?
That's another one.
Currently, it's for the remainder of this school year. And I spoke with Mrs. Turner, and currently they're already taking their phones. They really don't have they have a system, but this would allow them to secure them in more of a safer manner. So it would be for a year, then we can decide if we want to extend it.
To participate in, if we participate in this grant, this pilot program will receive funding to secure the pouches, and that's more of a secure way, safe way of storing the phone.
I have a question. The pouches, will they go with the student locked, or will they be in a certain room? Or
The way this grant is set up, it will go with the student. but it will be locked down, and Mrs. Turner and her staff will have to assist. When they come in, they're locked in the pouch. On the way out, the pouches stay at the school staff.
So my question is, you have an iPhone and you have an Apple Watch. You know, I get notifications on my watch when I get a text or an email or whatever. Is the pouch that they're putting it in gonna block all the?
It's supposed to block all of that.
Okay, that's what I wanted. Thank you.
Talking about the pouch, Dina and Dr. Walker.
Right.
The pouch, they will keep the pouch, the scholars will keep them, or they'll be turned in?
Once they enter the building, they will give their cell phone will be placed in this pouch. One of the things is that a part of the grant is that they will take that pouch with them throughout the day. At the end of the day, then they will be given their phones back. The pouch will have to be it's secured during the day, so the administrator will unsecure it with her staff, and then the pouch stays at the school until the very next day. They come back, that process is just repeated.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question. So that looks like it's gonna require the staff and the admin to take more time to do this. They're taking away from instructional learning, unlocking and locking the phone.
Well, she has,
Take it.
how many staff you have?
Well, we have about 15 adults on staff. So currently, we already have a process. When our scholars come into the building, they have a pouch, they put their phones in. The only thing is it's not secure. We actually keep it. So when they come in, they get scanned, they turn their phones into their pouches, but they put it in a crate. That crate stays at the security desk, locked until the end of the day. When we call for dismissal, we call for every individual class, and at that point, there's going to be followed to their devices back.
Are there names on the pouches?
Yes, sir. But I think the only difference between what we currently do, our current practice, and the new practice is that the pouches will be given to the scholars, and they will be responsible for their phones and their pouches. And as they are coming into the building, you can shut it down at a specific time. And then when they leave, because they all ride one bus, when they leave, then we'll open their pouches up so they can gain access to their items.
All right, thank you. And the recommendation is to move forward with that. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, so we've got a recommendation to move forward with it. It is at a one school, small school, to try it out and see how we like it. All right? Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passes unanimously. Very good. Legal transfer requests.
Yes, we have two before you, requests, scholars leaving Jacksonville North Pulaski to Cabot, 3 scholars total. And so the recommendation is to approve those, legal transfer requests, but I also wanted to, suggest to you all that another school district, allows their superintendent to, approve legal transfers. And so I just wanted you all to have that option if you want them to continue to come to you in the board packet, or if there's some parameters that you would like for me to follow to move forward with legal transfers and not.
Yeah, I think the state law is that you as a superintendent, if we as a board can designate you, we are allowed to designate you to approve them, but you are not allowed to deny them without bringing them to the board. So if that's, I would suggest we do that, and then that way it would, my understanding is we don't have to sign them, and you can sign them as a superintendent as well.
That's correct.
So we would no longer have to sign each one of the transfers. So, but since we've got these before us, I suggest we go ahead and take care of this motion, and then immediately after that, consider a motion to allow you to do that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we've got 3 legal transfer requests before us. And we got two, but we were three scholars.
Mhm.
Okay, so two siblings. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Motion and a second to approve those. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Do we need a motion or can we just give you a directive?
Yeah, I need a motion.
All right. Is there a motion to allow Dr. Ola to approve legal transfer requests on his own?
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, next item we've got is personnel, and we've got an addendum to add before that. So I've got an addendum before y'all. I would entertain a motion to approve the addendum to be added to the agenda with the other personnel items. Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so that passes. So the personnel report, any discussion on personnel would need to be held in executive session. It's my understanding that there is need for discussion. So we will move into executive session to discuss personnel. We will be back. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
All right, we're back in open session. Call the meeting back to order. Next item was our personnel report. Do I hear a motion to approve the personnel report as recommended? Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? All right, that passes unanimously. Also, before us, we do have a resolution for a settlement agreement brought to us by Mr. Richardson. Do I hear a motion on that? Motion and a second to enter into this agreement. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Very good. And then I think the next, that concludes the personnel report. And next item, we've got student disciplinary actions, and we've got several uncontested disciplinary reports that are in our packets. So take some time to look through those just for a second. We'll take them all together since they are uncontested. Do I hear a motion? Got a motion and a second to approve the recommendation for expulsions. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Those pass unanimously. Is there anything else on the agenda besides Mr. Ron McDaniel?
Hey, make a motion to adjourn.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank y'all for coming out.
We have something to sign.
Yes.
Coming. Yeah,
I lay over on the agenda. Yes.
probably all have signed.
Yeah.